Yes, hi guys, welcome back to Mighty Profits Online. You're back here with Peter, and this is my official channel. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome here, and I hope that you guys will find all this information that I provide to you is very descriptive and very informative, and I hope to address all the questions that you guys have out there on a time-to-time basis. I know you guys have a lot of questions for me, and excited for the online world of blogging, affiliate marketing, and how to make money online. So the ultimate goal is the profits. So everybody likes to make money, even myself. So here I am is in this edition, I'm actually going to be telling you guys or showing you guys how I created this lovely little branding logo. So I'm just going to show you guys real quick here. Okay, so on my desktop, as you can see, on my desktop you can actually see that's my branding, which you see on my YouTube channel, and it's on my screensaver right now. It's Mighty Profits Online, and this lovely banner that says the word subscribe, and it has the website as well. So I'm going to show you guys how to create that right now. Okay, very easy. So I'm gonna open up the you can open up the Internet Explorer browser, or you can open up the Google Chrome. Okay, Google Chrome. I'm going to use Google Chrome right now, and once you open it, you're going to just go onto the website, and you want to type in Panzoid.com. So that's PANZOID.com. And once you're there, it's going to show you, it's going to look something like this here actually. Right guys, hopefully you can see it. It's going to try to go a little bit closer for you guys. Okay, so once you're in, it's going to look something like that. Okay, hope you guys can see it. And yeah, so I'm zooming in right now so you guys can see. So it's Panzoid.com. So once we're here, okay, there you go. So once you're here, I'm going to work off of my big screen here, okay, my LCD LG monitor here. So once you're in Panzoid, so once you're in the website right here, we're actually going to go in and we're going to select, I want you guys to select the second one, which is the blue one, and that's the backgrounder. So I want you guys to use that one, okay? You can use the clip maker, the video editor. I don't use it myself personally, so if you want to dive into that one, sure, go ahead, no problem. There's some helps and tutorials on that, right on the website too, Panzoid.com. So once this loads up, I hope you guys can see it here. Okay, so once it loads up, you're going to see this screen right here. So this one here is the main screen. Okay, and I want you guys to select the new project right over there. So we're going to hit new project. So once you hit new project, give it some time to load. It's going to come up the same thing, and we're going to choose one of these. You can select one of these example if you want, but I'm just going to leave it blank in this case that I'm showing you guys in this tutorial here. So once it's here, so this is the one that you're actually working on. These are the templates and the menus. The one on the right is what we're going to be working on, okay? So having said that, I'm going to go here. Once you hit the 3 bar up here, it's going to collapse everything and open it up so you can see what's going on. So there's templates, there's basics, there's layers, download, about, and feedback. Okay, the last two is self-explanatory, so we won't go into that one. We're going to go into the basics. So if we hit basics, then the basics menu is going to come up. It looks pretty much like Photoshop, if you guys have used Photoshop. So it's pretty similar, but it's actually not Photoshop, okay? But it looks similar layout. And so with the one that I want you guys to select, it's one of these, but the one I use is YouTube channel art. So it's the first one, okay? So just leave it as it is. Sometimes I use YouTube channel icon, the second one, but it's up to you, okay? And the resolution, the width is 2560, and the height is 1440, okay? so we'll leave that unless if you want to change it, no problem. The background color, you can just hit that arrow thing right beside it, and you can select any color you want. I'll just leave it black in this case, okay? For those who want to achieve my effects, the one that I use on my desktop. Opacity, background opacity, we're not going to touch that, is 1.00. Okay, but the thing we are going to touch, I want you guys to hit on the second one. It's called layers, and just scroll over to layers on the left there. Okay, we're gonna hit the word add layer. That's the plus. Whoops. Okay, so we scroll up. We're gonna hit add layers up there. Left clicked. Okay, and then you'll see a bunch of options come up. So the first one will say type to filter, basic image, import an image, text, create custom text, this group, the meta layer used to combine layers. So now you're going to more advanced here, using different layers now. Gradient is the next one, the fourth one down, generate a color gradient. And then sunburst, swirling, so that's a lot of the effects that you see in the other YouTube videos. So those are the effects that you see on the sample templates on the outside. But for me, I'm just gonna go just go right to the second option. If you want to import an image, go ahead, but I'm not going to import anything. I'm just going to go straight to text, the second option right over here. Okay, so we're going to double click that. Okay, so now now the word backgrounder pops up. Okay, it's already by default. Okay, so now I want you guys to scroll up here and actually click underneath the plus add layer. You want to click on the text that says backgrounder. So left click. Okay, now the text is selected and the options are on the left at the bottom, and you can change it now. Okay, this is where the good stuff comes in. Okay, so for the first one, we're going to change the text now. So how I did it, you can add, this is going to be your brand name, not mine, but I'm just going to put my name for now so you guys can see how I created it. So it's Mighty Profits Online. Okay, bam. So once you hit enter, you type it in and you hit enter, then that pops up just like that. They're close together, the font. When you go to the second option, left click, and you can select the font that you want to use. Okay, the one I use the basic B.AUS, B-E-B-A-S, but for the purpose of this video, I'm actually going to change it. I'm going to change it to something more funky, the bold font. Okay, let's do something different here. So it's not always the same. Font size 100%, so we'll keep that there. The color is still white, but you can change it to any color you like, okay? And you can add gradients to your fonts too by selecting two different colors, which is those two arrows at the bottom there. Two white, so you select one color and then another color, and it'll blend it in. So now, and then under here, so once that's done, I'm going to double click outside. So there we go. We already have our first heading in there. You can click on it and you can kind of drag it, move, but hold the left click and drag, and then you can move it up. Okay, so now I'm going to add another layer. So this layer I'm going to add text now. So go down and add text, and you're going to click on the backgrounder one, the one that you just added. It'll always be backgrounder, okay, until you change it. So go to the bottom, select it at the top, go to the bottom. Let's backspace to delete that background text, and we're going to give it this is going to be the website name. So www.mightyprofitsonline.com. See, so now I hit enter. So that's where I got the mightyprofits.com. Okay, so now I'm going to go select the first text, and I'm going to kind of expand it now to make it bigger. There you go. You want to kind of balance it out. So click the box and then kind of move up and down. Okay, like what I'm doing right there. Okay, this one's a little bit different from what I have, but it's okay. For the purpose of this video, I want to just show you guys how I did it. Okay, so now to create the subscribe button, we're going to go up here, add layer again. We're going to add one more text, and we're going to actually click backgrounder again, and we're going to move it out of the way so we can see it, and click right at the bottom again, delete that text, and hit and type in subscribe. Okay, and then hit enter. So there you go. So that's the word subscribe. So left click, hold, and then drag it. Drag it close, because sometimes on YouTube you see that in my channel the word E, the letter E actually got cut off. So I actually want you guys to, in your videos, actually move it closer so the E doesn't get cut off, okay? I don't know, for some reason YouTube, it cuts off the E. It doesn't like the E. You can also use the arrow keys too. So click and then drag it closer. There you go. So there you have it. Oh yeah, one more thing before I go here. Okay, so we established the Mighty Professinal, the name, the website, and the word subscribe, right? So one more thing. If I collapse this, you guys gonna see that it doesn't look like the one I created on my desktop. There's actually a little gradient over here, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that as well. So let's open that up again, and we're going to add one more layer. So go to the top and add layer, add one more layer. We're going to add a gradient, so that will be the fourth one down. So image, text, group, and the gradient. Left click on the gradient. Okay, now this pops up. So now we're going to click gradient, the first one up there. Okay, and then we're going to change the color. So select the first one at the bottom, the first square. We're actually going to delete this one. Okay, we don't want you to use that one, okay, unless if you want to use 3. If you want to make a rainbow, no problem. We're going to select the second one. We'll left click that one, and then we're actually going to hit the arrow key on the right, collapse it down, and we're going to select white. Okay, now we hit the word choose in that box to get out. And on the other side, instead of that kind of a navy-ish turquoise blue, I want you to left click on it and not delete, but hit the arrow key and select black, the second option, okay? And hit choose. Select choose to get out. Now you see this little kind of already radiant kind of effect. So now if you hit on this little, it's a little bit hard to see, but there's a little scroll bar. You hit on that light gray and you kind of scroll it down. Okay, and then, well, actually I'm going to go out. That's the wrong one. Okay, don't want to do that. Okay, so opacity, you can leave it, or I can go to 0.90, see what happens. Okay, so once you lower it down, you can actually see the whole word coming out. Okay, so let's even make the opacity go down to like 60%. Let's see what happens. Oh, now you can see this is another effect now you've add. So now when you have that, you go down to blending mode, which is the last option. It says normal. Hit that right downward arrow, and you want to go to select one of these, add. Okay, so add it looks more white on the text. Let's click it again, hit subtract. Okay, so there's nothing involved. Multiply, and if you hit multiply, you have to change the opacity back to 100, and then see what happens. Nope, nothing happened. Subtract, nothing happened. Add, and normal. So the multiply one, so the only one that actually changes is the normal. But you have to play around with this. You see the word, when you go back up, it says gradient type. Once you scroll down, you hit radar. It actually makes it into like almost a radar circle effect. And now, so if I go down, now if you can do all sorts of things with this. Just play around with it, guys. Opacity, let's change it back to 1 point. Oh, there you go. So now if you go back to normal blending mode, now you can sort of play around with this and see how much you want to do it here. Normal. So let's select normal and let's blend it down to 90%. Okay, so it's starting to get there now. I'm going to select blend opacity again, and let's make it 80%. Looking better. And then let's opacity 70%. Okay, even better. So now I'm going to make it 60%. Even stronger. Okay, so let's do one more time, make it 50%. Okay, there you go. and even 40%. Okay, so sometimes when you're using the laptop, you might hit certain things, so be aware of that. Like, yeah, we got one thing we have to get used to. 0.4, and let's see here. Yep, so that's my desired effect right there. So if you want to change this a little bit too, you can go scroll back up, and now that you have it here, this radial kind of gradient thing blending into each other, now you can go with the color, and in the color, the two selectors at the bottom, the two squares, you can actually move it a little bit and change the desired effect. Okay, so let's move it a little bit and let's change the effect a little bit here. There you go. I'm gonna move the black down a little bit more until I kind of achieve that effect. There you go. So that's the effect that I'm looking for there. So move the color selectors at the two squares at the bottom to the desired effect that you see. Once you see it, now the only last thing you got to do is you just go to right here where there's a downward arrow, and then there's a little minus sign. You click on it, it'll say download. Now you hit that one, and you can select what kind of format: JPEG, PNG, or WebP. Okay, if it's for a web page, start image render. So if you hit image render, I'm going to go with JPEG because most of them are JPEGs. Once it's rendered, you can download your image now. So you can click download your image, and it should come up in a second. And you save it to your desktop, and you can use it on your YouTube channel, your Facebook, anywhere. Okay, it doesn't have to be YouTube. Okay, so now it's done. So it says your render is finished. Click below to download, and you can return to editing, or you can download the image. So I'm going to download the image. It's going to say, thank you for using Panzoid. Your download is starting. Okay, so it's downloading right now. Let it download to your desktop, and save it, and then save into your documents folder somewhere secure. And yep, so it's already downloaded. So it's right at the bottom for me over here. So I'm going to click on it. There's going to be an advertisement, so you can disregard that. So now, using the Windows Photo Viewer, it pops up, and it should be ready to go here. I'm going to collapse this for a second. Download your image. Okay, so for some reason that one didn't come out properly. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna download it again, see what happens. It should be working, but sometimes I don't know how many users there, it's actually it slows down the server and stuff. So just give it a little bit of time. I'm gonna download it again so you guys can see. Okay, I'm just gonna zoom out so you guys can see the whole thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into here, click on it, see what happens. Hopefully it's there. Okay, so it's saved now. And so there you have it. That's how you create your branding sort of screensaver, and also upload to your YouTube channels and also your medias too, your social media pages. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's a little bit long of a video, but if you like the video, just hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys mighty pros on the next video. Until then, have a great day. Thank you.